Hey guys, Christina with Forever Bored Soapery here. My voice is a little bit off. Still struggling with those allergies. Just wanted to connect with you guys here. I'm just working on cleaning up from my candle making class there last night. So we did a party of 11 ladies, all got together and we did candle making in my concrete vessels that I made for them, and we also did with bath salts. So everybody got to make 3 different bath salts to take home as well. So basically I have all these lovely containers for their wax, and just based on I didn't want to be cleaning up wax and things in somebody's home. I didn't want to accidentally cause any damage or whatever. So I had the ladies just let them harden up in their containers for me to take home and deal with. Some of them are already cleaned out pretty well, like they're looking pretty good. Other ones, just depending on if they had a little too much wax or whatever, have a little bit in them. So I'm just melting them in the microwave right now, and then I'm wiping them out to get all the wax out and giving them a quick cleaning with rubbing alcohol as well, just so that they're nice and clean for the next time around. We had a really good time. I would definitely be willing to do that again. I think it was worth it for sure. It's just not melting in here though. It's being very slow at melting in my microwave. But yeah, we had a really, really good time. I have another group of ladies who are already talking about maybe doing it. Kicking around whether I should do one at my house as well. Host one for some friends and whatnot. It really works out nicely. Everybody got a gorgeous candle. I have so many fragrances, so they got to choose a scent that they loved, colors if they wanted colors, and just a really good socializing event. The lady who hosted had wine for everybody. She had this beautiful charcuterie board. If you go over to my Facebook page at Forever Bored Soapery, you can see it. She did an amazing job on that. What else? Like it was just a really lovely time for everybody. Yeah. And I think it worked well. I think the bath salts and the candles went well together. We did the candles first, and then we did, while they were, I guess, cooling off and drying and hardening, we just set them towards the middle of the table, and then we worked on our bath salts. And the bath salts we could take a little bit of time with because we knew we had to wait for everything to harden, and it worked out really well that way. And like we had everybody. I had some teenagers there as well. A gentleman joined us, a teenage boy. It was his birthday, or he just had his birthday, and he came and he made a candle as well. He picked a gorgeous color for his too. It was like a tealy blue. I can't remember the name of it. Sky blue, I think, in my package it was called. But it was just beautiful. Like, we're so happy with his color. I definitely want to use it for sure in some of my candles. It just came out so nice. Some things that I noticed that I'll do a little bit differently. So I took only my water soluble dyes with me for the bath salts, but my bath salt recipe doesn't have any water in it. So when we were mixing the colorant into the bath salts, you actually couldn't see the color for some of them gave you a little bit of color, but some of them gave you no color at all, because of course there was no water to mix it in with, so it didn't change or show up. Now of course when they go to dump it in the tub, all of a sudden they'll have a pink bath and go, how did it turn pink? Because they'll have forgotten that they added that color in. But it was something just to be aware of. I don't know that I'd change that at this point. If I use the mica, then I gotta get the polysorbate 80 out, and I'm trying to keep the classes as simple as possible for everyone. not to be too complicated or anything like that. So we'll see about that. I'm thinking about it still to decide how I want to handle it. But everybody seemed happy. They loved I brought some botanicals with me. I had roses and lavender, some jasmine, and there's one other, I can't remember the name of that flower, but I had brought them all with me, and they were super happy with them. They just really, it's amazing how much they change, you know, just kind of boring bath salts to this most beautiful looking product. So everybody was really happy with that. And then there's some talk about maybe doing a bath bomb class next time. They may want to do it again. And then I have one of the ladies was chatting about a soap making class, and what I did is anybody who attended the class last night, they all got a 20% off coupon in their instructional booklet so that they could bring to the shop, and they can get 20% off the products at the shop, as well as 20% off any classes in the future. So if they want to come here and take a soap making class, they can do that and get their 20% off. So that was really nice. What else did we do? I did a lot of talking, and I would like to blame my voice on that, but it's not. My voice was going before I started the class. It's just, I think, and some of you people out there who have really bad allergies may know, I think this is actually the medication I'm taking. So I'm just taking Tylenol Complete right now to deal with the coughing, the dry cough, and everything else that's kind of coming with these allergies. And I think it's what's causing me to lose my voice here and the cracking and whatnot. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's happening. And it is what it is, kind of thing. It doesn't hurt. It was a little bit sore in my throat this morning when I woke up, but it's been fine all day. It's not bothering me at all. It's just losing my voice a little bit, apparently, for whatever reason. I got these containers off of Amazon. They came in a 12-pack, which was perfect for these parties. I was really happy with it. I definitely will try and take a little more time next time around to help the ladies with just kind of wiping these out really well at the end of the session. Just because, interestingly, when we made the bath salts, some of the ladies were finding that it was easier for them to pour their bath salts in, the ones that cleaned them out really well. They were pouring their bath salts into here to pour them into the bags, and they found that to work out really easily and well for them, and that was a really good idea, I thought. So that'll be something I'll try to do. It was definitely, with that many people, a little bit chaotic. Not terrible, but it was a little bit chaotic. Just because I have to find my flow and my groove, and there was a fairly large group, but I would definitely do that size of group again. I think everything did go very well, and lots of things that I learned and tips and tricks and stuff I would do differently. For example, I did use my wax melter. It worked like a charm, like so good, guys. I had pre-melted the wax here in the shop just to see how long it would take, and it took it like 10 minutes to melt the wax down. It was no big deal. But then I let it harden in the container itself, and I wasn't sure when it was all solidified like that instead of in flakes how much longer it might take. So I started it fairly early on. It's pretty much half an hour and it was ready to go. So really fast at melting. That way all my wax was ready. The only thing I do differently is I had each lady kind of go up and fill their container with their amount of wax. That was fine, but we had a few things like just the lighting. It was difficult to see how much they had, to see the little lines and whatnot on the container. What I'd probably do next time is take one of these myself, fill it up, and then just top theirs individually, or have them top their own individually, rather than each person trying to get in there, measure it, see where it's at. That was a little bit tricky just because of lighting. It was lower down and whatever, but I would do that probably a little bit differently. Definitely need another scale. I have 2 scales. I forgot to bring the second one. I definitely want to bring the second one if I have a group that size again. And to be perfectly honest, if I come across some scales super cheap anywhere, I'll probably pick them up. Maybe if Salvation Army or something has them, I'll probably grab them just so that I can share them with the group. Just because every single thing needed measuring. Your fragrance, your waxes, your bath salts, each salt, the baking soda, just everything needed measuring. So everybody was always having to wait on the next person. The session took us about 2 hours, which wasn't too bad, but I think we could knock it down to 1.5 hours with another scale. I think that was the only reason that it went quite as long as it did, was just because of the scale waiting for that. So we'll definitely try to have 2 scales at minimum, and then potentially, as I said, I'll keep my eye open for scales that might be cheap and on sale or whatever, and stock up a few more of those. What else? Overall, I just was very, very happy with the event. As I said, I'll definitely do it again and more often. Everything went well. By hosting that event, I was able to pay for my wax melter, which was exceptional because I'm not sure I would have gone out of my way to buy it now otherwise. That's why I was thinking about maybe doing potentially another class for candle and bath salts. Potentially something sooner rather than later, and maybe put my national shrink wrap system as my wish list item off of that as a way to get that maybe a little sooner. So I might do something like that. You never know. We'll see how she goes, sort of thing. These have quite a bit of wax still in them. Bear with me. Just gonna get rid of this. And then, yeah. So anyways, I guess the long and short of it is, if you're interested in having a candle making class and you're local and you want to do something like that, definitely let me know. We can see what we can do for you. Put together something. It really was a good time for everyone. I think it's a wonderful kind of group activity. It could potentially even be something for, say, some teens, just because of the hot wax. Sorry, I'm off screen here, guys. Come back to you. Just because of the hot wax, I probably wouldn't want to go too young with the candle making. Maybe if it was like a mommy and me class or something, you could go a little younger so that mom could help out with the hot parts. That might be an idea or an option, but I think it was really good. Definitely the bath salts, though, would be an all ages one. Anybody could do something like that. We could do, I'd like to test out the bath bomb one, but my only concern with that one is that you have, bath bombs need that 24 hours to cure and dry and be able, before they can be moved. So they'd have to kind of be at whoever's place is hosting them, would have to hold on to them and distribute the bath bombs afterwards. But I think it would be totally doable, for sure. And what else? I don't know. Soap making always, but again, the soap making gets a little tricky because I need your stick blenders, so we need all those electrical outlets for that. But overall, super great time last night. We'll definitely do it again. If you're interested in a session, just reach out anytime and we can chat about it some more. But I think that was definitely an event worth doing, and I look forward to doing more of them for sure. For now, I'm gonna let you guys go. My containers are all clean and we will chat with you again soon. Have a great night.